Hi, it's Amanda Green from Living a Simple Budget Family Life. I apologise, it's been a month or so since I have posted a video, but so much has been happening. Life's just spun out of control, and I just wanted to quickly touch base and share with you a few really big changes that are happening in the life of the Green family. So for those of you that don't know, my husband works in a field that moves him around very frequently. So we've been here for 4 years, and we have been told that we're going to be moving again. So a few things have changed with regards to that. So we're going to be moving to a capital city, a big city. We live in a small country town right now, and we have 4 kids that go to a really, really good state school, a small school. There's only 300 kids from grade 1 to grade 6, and they get so much individualized attention, and it's a beautiful little school. So we've been told that we are going to be moving to a bigger city. For those of you that are familiar with Australia, the city is sort of Brisbane, but we're going west, so it's more Ipswich than Brisbane. But so yeah, a big city is certainly so much bigger than what we're used to. So that is sort of a change, and it's the change that's sort of instigating a whole bunch of other changes that are going to be happening within our lives. So that is change number 1. So we have been instructed that we are moving to a big city. So yeah, in saying that, I don't even know where to start. It's so confusing. In saying that, we're moving to a big city, I don't want my children to go to a big state school where they are just a number. So we have decided to pay a lot of money, like 20,000 Australian dollars, something ridiculous like that, a year, to send our children to a private, really, really good school. And when I mean really, really good, they learn, it's all inclusive, like an instrument and a second language and all that sort of stuff. It's all happening within the school. Swimming lessons, dancing, the whole kit and caboodle. It's just one big giant package tied up with a bow, just a very expensive package and a very expensive bow. So for this to be able to happen, I have to go back to work. We can't afford to send 4 kids to said private school on a single income. So my leave is up. I've had 10 years off with the 4 kids, and my leave is up, and it was sort of decision time for me anyway, whether I was going to go back to work or whether I was going to resign. And I'm a teacher, so when I started teaching, you got a permanent position, you got a full-time job quite easily. But now, with the way that the education system's going in Australia, most people are started on contract, and you sort of got to go through probation and do the hard yards to get that said full-time position. So I didn't want to sacrifice that. I didn't want to start over. So to be able to guarantee my full-time position, I also had to start back at work. So yeah, so bottom story, I'm going back to work. My husband's moving, we're all going with him, and I'm going back to work. So in order to make that happen, my mum is going to come and stay with us for the school term, and then go home to my dad in the holidays. So she'll come and stay for 10 weeks and then go home for a couple, and then another 10 just to the school term, so I don't have to worry about somebody else doing daycare for Cohen, or before and after school care for the big 3 kids. So she is an angel. Let's not even go there. It's such a weight has been lifted, knowing that I've got to go back to work earlier than what I originally would want to, that my mum is going to help out and to look after the kiddos, to take them to school, pick them up, those sorts of things. So we'll be looking after Nana as well, just to sort of attempt to pay her back for her generosity. So that's, I'm sorry, I'm just so many changes. I just had to think of it. So yeah, so we're moving. I'm going back to work full time. None of this part time, half time, point eight business. I'm jumping in the deep end, which is totally crazy, and really quite scary because so many changes have been made to the education system since I went on maternity leave with Thierry, and the national curriculum's been implemented. One school, all these systems have been put in place since I went on maternity leave for the first time, so it's a little bit terrifying. But I'm sort of lucky. I'm a cooking teacher, so if vocational education has not changed as much as standard sort of board registered subjects, so there's still going to be lots of work though, lots of planning, lots of bringing home, lots of crazy times ahead. But that's okay, because I'm excited about it, because I'm excited about sort of clawing back some of myself and not just being mum and my life just being all about that, but having some sort of other identity for myself on top of that, and just getting some time away, where I can use my brain and I can think, and anyway, off the point. But anyway, so yeah, that's another thing that's happening in our life at the moment. And so as a part of that move process, and as a part of that me going back to work process, we've had removalists in, and had moving companies and all those sorts of things. The husband's bike's been put on a back of a truck to get moved down, and that's all booked in, and we booked motels, and we booked this and we booked that and the other, and accommodation at the other end while we're waiting for a house, and blah 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 blah. But what has just happened is our caravan has been sold. I know, right? I've been working so hard on it, and I was so close to being finished, but a whole other saga is going on just right there in saying that. Oh my god, I just looked and I'm so close, because my hand, I've been shoveling trailer loads of mulch onto our garden beds because we're moving. We've got to remulch and make them look all good, so I can't put my hand out too far because ow. Anyway, so we've sold the caravan. We had to sell the caravan. Because the people that were going to be moving the caravan, because it's not registered yet, we need new tyres, we needed to do all these other things on it to get it to a point of registering it for us to be able to tow it. So we had to get people in to move it. And the people that were going to move it for us basically were going to make us sign a waiver to say that we would be liable for any damages that would occur to the van while the van was in transit, because it was over 20 years old, and because it was like a remodel thing, and it's a half done project. So think about that. If a piece of the van fell off in transit, a piece of the mini orb or something on the side, or a bit of the window shutter or something fell off, flew into a car behind and killed somebody, we would be liable. So obviously that didn't sit very well with either of us. That was just crazy. I don't want to be responsible for causing harm to anybody, or putting a truck driver in a nasty position, because pieces of the van have fallen off and he's got to stop and pick it up on the side of the road or something. So just for peace of mind, we decided to sell the caravan as is in the condition that it was, and you guys were up to date with the condition. It had just been painted inside and had a little bit of an undercoat, and yes, I don't even know, I don't have words for that. I've had this emotional roller coaster about the whole process, really, to be honest with you, because I was very attached. But I've come to grips with it now. We've got what we put into it and a little bit extra, so what we paid and all the materials that time obviously is not factored into that, because I spent years on the project. But yes, for peace of mind, it has been taken from our lives and is blessing somebody else. And it was just such a beautiful, we've found a lovely little family that have a teenage son, and they're going to be using it for a little bit of a teenage retreat for their son in their backyard. So perfect. It's going to bless another family. So that's you know, made the whole thing a little bit easier. So yeah, that's pretty muchly a little bit of a recap there of what's been going on. So we're moving, I'm going back to work full time, the caravan's gone, and yeah, I'm thinking of starting a little bit of a blog about going back to the classroom after so much time off with maternity leave. And this channel is probably going to be more about the stress and me pulling my hair out as a all but new teacher, because it's been so long since I've been teaching. So yeah, super exciting times ahead. So many things are changing. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I think that's all I wanted to share. But yeah, big news, big stuff, all happening. So we've got, I think, 5 weeks until the movers come in and pack us up and, you know, take the hubby's bike away, and we're going to be driving 3,500 kilometers south to a city. And so I'm so looking forward to having facilities available. You know, being stuck in a rural community in the middle of the Australian desert for 4 years has been an experience, to say the least. But you do these things for the people that you love, and that's done. Hopefully we won't have to come back anytime soon. So yeah, that's what's happening here. I thought I'd just touch base and tell you that. And I don't really know how much I'm going to be posting until we get there, or what's happening or anything. I'll try to keep you as informed as best I can. But yeah, life is busy, as it is for everybody. Take care. Thank you so much for watching, and kiss us to all.